EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll go again here with Algier. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Baltimore.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. handoff. It's Algier. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion over Flowers. He is in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this ball.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. That's taken on this side of midfield. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. A run here with Algier. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll go right back to Algier. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. Second down. Jackson. That's complete on the tight end screen. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to them quick, get some blockers out in front, Let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Algier. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play call, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Howell. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Not much develops there. We'll get this to about the 43. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll come up to third and 3. Here's Howell. Open. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss. After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
3rd and 5. Now it's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll throw with Howell. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Play action now. Jackson. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short. Ravens bring their punt team out. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Howell. He's got it into the hands of the rookie from Michigan. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's a short pickup to about the 47. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Once again, it's Walker. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throwing is Howell. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run the toss with Walker. He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Howell out of the pistol. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Now, faking the give. Just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Seahawks are on the board just before halftime. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 36. On first down, they'll start out with Algier. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Jackson looking to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Now Jackson, this a design run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Algier. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Julian Love brings him down. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I'll tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has...
He puts it up, and it's caught! Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw. Powell. Quick throw, taken in. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there. Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. First and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And This is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run once more with 4. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. That complete to Algier. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Jackson. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that first down.
Now Algier. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner and just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Algier. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Get out of here with a W, offense.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Algier. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Algier. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point out. He's got it. And the Ravens will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's Howell. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's stop from here.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Howell. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Seattle. They'll throw with Howell. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Anthony Gould was the intended target. And third down coming up.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle.
And he's in! Noah Gray! Touchdown, Seattle! Howell has everyone set as they go for two here. He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, Jackson. The outside, complete to Thomas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Handoff, it's Algier. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. He'll toss it to the right side to Algier. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On third down, here's a run by Algier.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now it's Howe. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Throwing is Howe. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He'll air it out down the middle. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big toe.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
In motion comes Thomas. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Howell. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. They'll throw out of the gun. His throw left side is complete. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? They'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. Back to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Back to the air once more on second down. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That's taken in. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. Here's Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon. They got to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Howell has everyone set as they go for 2 here. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points. This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Down to a knee here goes Jackson. And that should do it. Schedule next week. We'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.